Hi everybody, it's Shelley here, consultant midwife in Powys. Just wanted to use this opportunity to do a short video just raising awareness about our birth reflections and trauma service. So this is a service that we launched last July, so July 2019. So it's quite a new service that we've been offering, but just wanted to make sure that people are aware that we are still accepting referrals into that service, even during the COVID pandemic period. So it's a confidential service, and we offer a couple of stages within the service, and it's open to anybody. So you don't need to be still registered with the midwives. You can access this when you are receiving care from the health visitors. It might be in your next pregnancy that you decide to access it, or it could be a bit further down the line postnatally. And it's really important to acknowledge that everybody's experiences are different when it comes to pregnancy and birth. And everybody's needs are different. So some women may feel that they really would benefit from the opportunity to talk through their experience, either as something to do with their pregnancy or their birth, or even in the postnatal period, and to be able to have the opportunity to talk through their experience. So it is open if you feel that you would like the opportunity to do that. When we visit you postnatally and when we speak to you over the phone during this period, the midwife will offer you the opportunity to talk through your experience anyway. And what we can find is that sometimes in that initial postnatal period, women can feel a bit upset or potentially a little bit traumatised by their experience. And we're really aware that that might happen a little bit more at this time when perhaps things have felt a little bit more out of control, or your birth partner's not been able to be with you as much as you would have hoped. So we want to make sure that women and families are aware that you can access this service still. So we would offer that discussion with you in that initial postnatal period, but what we find is that often that settles down over a month or two, and whilst those feelings are quite normal initially, we would hope that they would settle down. So if they aren't settling down after a month or two, then it may be worthwhile considering having a referral to our birth reflections and trauma service. So the service has two levels to it. So the first one is what we would call birth reflections. And that really is just having the opportunity to talk through your pregnancy, birth, postnatal experience with one of our trained practitioners. So we've got a number of practitioners across the whole of Powys, and that ranges from midwives, health visitors, we have a nursery nurse trained, and some mental health practitioners. So at the moment, it will predominantly be midwives that will pick up the referrals into the service. We would usually have that discussion with you. Ideally, it would be done face-to-face, but at this time, we would be able to offer it you over the phone or potentially by video consultation. So we would still be able to offer that, even though we can't come to your house to see you or potentially see you at the birth centres. We can do that appointment without having any access to your records. So it's really about you just being able to talk through your story and have your story and experience heard. If during that appointment you have very specific questions about your care, and the care that you received was in one of our neighbouring health boards or NHS trusts, then we do have pathways in place for you to be able to have somebody go through your notes with you. The only thing I would say is that at this time, with the way that services are working and have changed as a result of the pandemic, there may be a delay in us being able to put that in place for you, but there's no reason why we can't start to put the wheels in motion for you to be able to have that opportunity with your notes. Obviously, if you did have your baby in Powys, then we would have access to those notes more readily. And for a lot of women, they find this a really, really beneficial thing to do, really lovely opportunity to be able to talk through their experiences. And for many women, it means that they're able to get some closure on that experience and move on without having any feelings of upset or emotion kind of related to it. If following that experience, you still are having feelings of distress or trauma, then we do have the kind of next level to our service, which is around trauma resolution. So the same practitioners are trained to be able to support you to hopefully be able to come to terms, I guess, with what has happened, and to be able to help reprocess that traumatic memory. So you don't forget it, but you're able to think about it without it stirring up the same level of emotion. And we use something called Rewind to be able to do that part of our service. At the moment, we wouldn't proceed with that whilst we're not able to do face-to-face contact. So if it is felt that you would benefit from that, then what we would want to do is put the pathways in place to be able to support you with that once we're able to recommence face-to-face visits. We have got good links with our mental health colleagues here in Powys and with our psychology team. So if we felt that you needed to be seen urgently for something, then we would obviously be able to put that process in place for you. In terms of being able to access the service, you can self-refer, so you don't need to speak to a midwife, you don't need to speak to a health visitor to be referred. You can self-refer yourself, and we have an generic email address that you can send your request to, and that is powys.brts@wales.nhs.uk. And what I will do in the comments section of this video, I'll post the flyer that we use for the service, and that has the details on. You can send an email to that, and we try to respond to that within 5 working days. And we would be able to have a chat with you about the service and what would be on offer for you. And then we aim to get back in contact and have a practitioner speak to you in more depth within 2 to 4 weeks. The service is on offer for partners as well. So if your partner is feeling like they would like that opportunity to talk through, we would be able to offer that service for them as well. So just wanted to highlight that it is still out there. We are still able to offer stuff by phone and hopefully by video, and we are still taking referrals in. And it is really important that if you feel that you want the opportunity to talk through your experience, that you are able to do that. Thank you.